Hi, this is Dana Lee Friend with Nevada Live Magazine, and I'm here with fine art photographers Richard Massey and Robin Travis.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I happened to catch them up here in Caliente, Nevada, out on photo safari and adventures that they're having. Now, Richard, you have been a photographer for many years, a fine art photographer, and you've got quite an interesting background and a big project coming up. So, Richard, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been in photography for quite a number of years, and I started out as a architectural photographer, transitioned into doing some medical photography, and throughout that time I was doing a lot of magazine work and work for some of the local newspapers. And I loved that, so I had an opportunity to go to the Middle East and do some photojournalism for many years. I was stationed in Saudi Arabia, and so I love telling stories with my photography. And I've written a lot of features. I really enjoy the writing, but to be honest, I'm a fairly poor writer, good photographer, so the photography helps sell my mediocre writing. But it's been a great adventure, and I love sharing it with everybody.
And so, on this adventure that the two of you are on, you are exploring a lot of things here in Lincoln County, 5 state parks. What have you enjoyed so far?
Well, we went to Cathedral Gorge, some of the most beautiful colors that I've found in Nevada. Rainbow Canyon, right outside of Caliente, and the Cottonwoods, the train stations, Elgin Schoolhouse. There's so much to see and do here.
So, you guys are enjoying your visit here. And so, let me ask you this, Richard. You have a huge project coming up that I'm very excited to talk about. You're a very kind and giving man, and you've got a wonderful future photo exhibit that you're planning. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I want to take this exhibit that is a reflection of my last few years as a magazine photographer and writer. And the idea came to me when I was a young man, a teenager, I was 11 years old, 12 years old. I lived in rural Utah, actually, in a remote military base. Didn't know much about the outside world, but there was a fellow that came there, Professor John Goddard. He was working on his doctoral thesis about kayaks down the Nile. He was making this anthropological study, and it was so inspiring to see what a big, wonderful, exciting world we live in. And it moved me to want to travel to and see some of these great places. My goal is to take my exhibit to rural communities throughout Nevada and hopefully inspire others to tell their story and to express their message and the love of their area through photography or art of all sorts. So the traveling exhibit will be one way to show what I've done and encourage them to maybe go out and do some of that type of thing themselves.
Now, you've been an instructor for many years, too. Tell us some of the classes that you have offered before.
Oh, I've taught over the years many classes. I used to teach at Brooks Institute in Santa Barbara, and I have a certificate to teach at the college level throughout California, but I'm currently teaching at the Brewery Arts Center, and I love it. I have a series called Adventures in Photography, because as Rob and I are always saying, guys, this is an adventure. Everywhere we go, photography is an adventure for us. So we enjoy doing that, and we're going to expand that too. And that might be in combination with the exhibit that I have. It's going to be, the show will be prefaced with a dog and pony show about behind the scenes, how some of the images were made, and we might even combine it with classes. So when I go to an area, I'm going to be there for a few days. We can have the photo exhibit, we can have the little lecture talk beforehand, it'll kick things off, and then stick around for a few days, and hopefully those that are interested in learning how we do what we do, that have a little class about photography.
I love that. Well, as we wind this up here, I look forward to seeing that exhibit. Living in a rural area right now as I do, I know that that would be something that would be so inspirational and motivational to get people out there enjoying and giving it a try, to get their art out there and to get out there with their cameras and learn about photography. So you would be a wonderful teacher for
Well,
this.
thank you. And to interject something on that, to help finance this, we're going to have the Kickstarter program and ask
Excellent.
for folks to help finance this thing because of the printing and travel expenses. So Kickstarter is a good way. It's an excellent way to finance that sort of thing.
What a wonderful, inspiring project. I look forward to seeing that come out for next year. Well, thank you two very much for visiting with us here at Nevada Live Magazine. Good luck in your adventures. And I can't wait to see your things on Facebook and the beautiful photography and the things that you have coming up. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Dana.